Yo, welcome back everybody to in today's video. I'm gonna be talking about the best Warzone console settings that you should be running. Console, PS5, PS4, Xbox, all of that. Now since we are on console, we don't get those nice FOV extra settings that PC players do, which is unfortunate. But there is some news that next gen consoles should be getting some sort of updates for FOV and stuff like that coming in soon, maybe this summer, maybe this fall, something around there. But in this video I'm going to be talking about the best console settings that I want you to be running and that I recommend overall, just better. So first thing is, since I'm doing a console video, it's mainly going to be for controller players, so sorry for you PC players, I mean keyboard and mouse players that play on console. Not the video for you, but for my controller players, stay tuned, my boys. So first thing is my button layout, which I play on tactical flipped, but I know there's some people that do the what is it, the bumper jumper flipped, or the certain the one with the bumper where the L2 where you jump with it. But I personally just like always tactical. I used to play default, just straight up default, but that was a couple years ago. Didn't like it because I just didn't like the fact that I slided with circle. And since I always play claw, I didn't mind it, but I kind of just liked tactical a little bit better. It's a little bit better, and since I play claw, this is how I play. And then and flipped is I recommend. It's really recommended now. A lot of people have switched to flipped. I personally been on flip for a good minute now. Flipped is basically you shoot with these top ones up here instead of the bottom trigger, so you shoot with the top ones, and it's just faster. You get like a couple milliseconds faster since you don't have to pull all the way down, you know what I'm saying. And with R1, when you shoot with R1 or whatever, is a instant, right? And with R2, you have to wait till a certain time, like right there, and then it gets to shoot. So it's just a little bit faster. So I recommend the top ones if you guys haven't tried it. I highly recommend the top bumpers. Next, stick layout presets default for me. I'm not Southpaw Legacy or anything like that. Invert look, I have that disabled. I know some people play with this enabled, which is a little bit weird, but I can't personally do it. Deadzone. Now Deadzone is a little bit big thing for us controller players. Now if you have controller drift, which my controller did have, it's kind of been inconsistent. It sometimes comes back, sometimes goes away. It okay sometimes works when you just like press your button and just like hold it around circles with it. It helped me out. It's helped me out, right? Oh, did we get an ad? Oh, I apologize, y'all boys. We got an ad, boys. Y'all got an ad for the music. Let me put that down right there. So next is our sensitivity. Now I play on 4:4. Now I know that's the normal. That's the standard that it comes when you download Warzone 4:4. That's like considered really low, but not for like the professionals. The professionals actually play on a really strong sensitivity for controller. They play around like a 4, 3, 5, 6. Nothing above like an 8 or anything. I think the highest is a 7 that plays. I know for you, like people that are cracked out and can play on 2020, and you can literally not play with lower sensitivity, then you know what I'm saying, do what you're comfortable. Well, us for controller players, and especially for the smaller FOV, which we get to see less of the game, right, less field of view, I recommend a nothing higher than a 7. Nothing higher than a 7 or 8. Just because smaller, you see less things, and if your movement sensitivity is really quick, you might miss those things. I personally did when I used to play on 13. That's what I always used to play at. Music is back, yo. My bad. That's what I used to play at, but I slowly been going down. Went down to 7, 6. 6 is a decent one. I see a lot of PC players use 6. And then 5, I was using 5 for a bit, and then I went down to 4. 4, I'm comfortable. Yes, you are not going to be able to like snap on people, turn around, you know what I mean. If you want to do that, then I recommend either like 8 or 7. Like I said, 7 is a good option if you like your sensitivity being quicker. But for us controller players, we have less less control basically, right? Where it's not like a mouse where we could just have change the movement speed with our own arm, right, with our mouse. So I recommend a lower sensitivity. Just try it out for a couple games. Maybe you get used to it, maybe you like it, maybe you don't, you know what I mean. Now the next thing is the ADS sensitivity. Now this is actually very, very important. For the longest I had no idea what this even do, so I just left it at 1. But I do recommend lowering this. It doesn't matter what regular sensitivity you play on, you have to lower this, because if you play on a higher, then your shots, whenever you're aimed down sight and you move while you're ADS, that sensitivity, if you have it above a 1, it's gonna be crazy fast, right? And it's gonna cause you to miss some shots, maybe go a little bit too much to the right or too much to the left, etc. So I recommend having this down. I know a couple players that have this setting alone at like 0.4, 0.5. I have it at 0.8. It's a nice standard. There's one for low zoom, so like for iron sight guns, and then one for high zoom, which is like for a sniper rifle. I have it to a little bit faster with a sniper rifle, since you want to have your ADS speed with a sniper rifle a little bit quicker. But I recommend like a slower one. Start off with 0.9 if you play at 1, then go down and see how you like it. I personally like it. It's just easier to control your gun when you're ADS, easier to control the sensitivity. You're more accurate, hit more of your shots, which is very, very important. Now the next thing is aim response curve type. I actually have no idea. I'm gonna keep it 100. I have no idea what this does, but all I know is that dynamic is the best one. I use standard and I do good with standard. I never done linear though, but dynamic, just run dynamic or standard, you should be good. I recommend dynamic though, because supposedly it gives you better aim control or something like that. I don't know. Let me know what aim response curve type is in the comment section down below, because I'm not 100% sure, y'all. Controller vibration, you need to have that off. I know some people like the immersion, the feel, right, of when your your controller shaking, but that just throws you off. If you want to be comp and let's say you're playing in tournaments or something like that, you just want to get a high kill game, PR, recommend just having this off, because that's just distracting. That's distracting to me and stuff like that. And also it kills your battery in your controller faster. Aim assist, I have this to standard. Now I used to run precision, which doesn't give you no source of aim assist when you're hip firing. With standard you do, focusing you don't either, but focusing is a very strong aim assist. And I know it says it's targeted for people new to controller analog, but focusing is actually a very, very strong aim assist. If you love aim assist and you want to have even a stronger aim assist, then use focusing, try it out. But a standard is just the best, because you get hip fire aim assist, and with the rest you don't get any hip fire aim assist. You know what I'm saying? When you're hip firing, we're just running around hip firing, you'll get a little sort of kick there and you'll feel it. So I just recommend standards, the best one. This is regular. I don't even think people even touch this. Next thing though is the use reload behavior. I know most of y'all probably already use contextual tap, but just make sure you use contextual tap. Pick up things with a single click, a square or X on an Xbox. Contextual tap, use contextual tap. Another one is armor plate behavior. I need everybody to put this to apply all, so you don't always have to be holding your triangle or your Y button whenever you're healing. You just put it once and it applies all of the armor shields, you know what I mean? And that way you could be running around while you're armoring, which is really, really effective. Running and healing is really, really effective, because I know some people that just heal in one spot and just heal and just heal and just heal until they heal and then they move. But healing and moving, especially if you have two people coming after you at once, is very, very effective. So I recommend apply all. Next thing is an important one, slide behavior. Now before, nobody used to slide cancel. This is a new thing, this is what the tryhards do. This is what you have to do if you want to compete. Move around really, really quick. You're sprinting, and a single tap with the R3. If you're playing tactical, your slide instead of holding it, which does take a little bit longer, it makes sliding way more easier with tap. Now the next thing that I've been recommending for everybody is automatic tac sprint. Automatic tac sprint is right there at the automatic sprint section and movement. Now standard is you have to hold it, right? I forgot. You have to hold the left stick in order to tactical sprint, right? That's when you run like super quick and then it runs out. But when you have automatic tactical sprint, all you do, you don't even have to hold it. You just put your stick up and your character automatically starts attack sprinting, which I recommend every controller player to have this setting on. You just move way more faster across the map. You're way more efficient getting to places, and it saves you in gunfights, you know what I mean? Especially if you bunny hop around corners, you know, there'll be like a split second where they can't see you but you can see them first. So just recommend tactical sprint, and especially with the tap and tactical sprint, it makes slide canceling way more easier, and getting out of a slide cancel to another tactical sprint makes everything way more easier. Parachute auto deploy, I recommend have this disabled, so you could deploy to almost the lowest that you can and then cut your shoe and then land super quick. Now next we have general brightness, have that to 50. Safe area, I want y'all boys to close this the smallest that y'all can, so you don't have to look more higher up to your mini map or something like that, like your HUD. Film grain, put this to 0. You don't want to have any sort of film grain. Tool tips, I have this disabled. It's shown whenever hovering over specific items. I think this is regularly enabled or disabled, doesn't really matter. Subtitles disabled. Language English. Color type Deuteranopia, makes the colors more juicy. I made a whole video about this. Make the colors more juicy and stuff like that. Colorblind both. Motion blur, you need this off, unless you like playing with weapon motion blur, which sometimes does make the gameplay look a little bit more smoother, but just have this disabled though. You don't want that. On-demand texture streaming, I made a video about this. It's not worth it, doesn't really do anything at all. I've been testing it also lately. I had it enabled yesterday for a couple games for like 2 hours. No difference at all. I mean, even my data didn't even change, and I had it on daily limit 64. So yeah, just make sure you have that disabled. I mean, isn't one of the new features, doesn't do anything at all. Mini map shape square, obvious reasons, you get to see more on the mini map. Mini map rotation enabled. Wait, I have this enabled? Oh yeah, I do. Oh yeah, just have it enabled. Yeah. Compass letters, I like having like west, north, you know, directional. Just remember, and I think that's it. Now audio's next. Now audio is the big thing in Warzone. As y'all know, audio is key to Warzone. If you don't have audio, you're not gonna know when people are coming at you and stuff like that. So I recommend boost. I know everybody runs either boost high or boost low or something like that, but I recommend boost. Ever since I switched to boost, I hear footsteps way more easier. It might blow your ears out, with boost high also, but I recommend boost. It makes the frequencies of the footsteps a little bit easier to hear, and then the other stuff like the airstrikes, weapons, makes a little bit like it dims it down instead of when you have it on boost high, which I didn't like. Even right here, I think it shows you the frequencies here, boost and then boost high. It boosts up everything else and enhances all of the high frequencies, and this boost keeps a neutral equalization in the frequency, but you can still hear those footsteps very clear. I don't know, just try it out for yourself. Try boost. If you don't like it, you gotta get used to it. You're gonna have to get used to it. You're gonna have to play for a good day with it. Try boost though. Game changer, master volume 100 so you can hear the most. Music volume, have this to 0. Dialogue 25 or like around 50. Dialogue is when like your operator does like a call out, like UAV online or something like that. Effects, have this to 100%. Let's say like an enemy is reloading, you can hear it. Juggernaut, have that disabled. Hit markers, I like having it on MW because it sounds satisfying. I used to run the classic, also sounds satisfying, the classic hit marker effects. But if hit marker effects are distracting to you, then just run none. But I personally like MW. Mono audio, please do not enable this. It's horrible. It makes your channels of your headset is horribly wrong. Unless your headset has like a problem and you can't hear from one side, then have this enabled. But other than that, just keep that disabled. And yeah, I mean, this is basically voice chat, nothing really too special here. Word tracks disabled, word tracks volume, and that is pretty much it, y'all. That is pretty much it for this video. Pretty much it for all of the settings. One more tip, is for running faster in Warzone. I was gonna make a whole video on this, but I'm gonna just include this at the end. Is running your SMGs with the striker grip or the bruiser grip and the target team spotlight. It makes your movement speed super quick, especially on the Mac 10. You outrun the train. It makes your movement super fast in Warzone. So I recommend y'all boys try this class setup out. I can run no stock or whatever, and then put like agency, or if you want more ADS, you like a sound suppressor. I was gonna make a whole video on this, but I'm gonna just include this at the end of the video. Try this class out. You move so fast. Like I don't know if you guys can see that mobility on the bottom right. Let me see if I can move here. That mobility is almost max, y'all. That mobility is almost maxed out. You move so quick with this weapon, bro. It's insane. You can outrun the train, like I was saying. But either way, I'm gonna head out though, boys. I appreciate y'all boys if you stick to the end of the video of me talking. I love y'all boys, man. Try out these settings. Take care, everybody. Have a wonderful day. Stay safe, y'all. And I'm out, bro. Peace.